Oh, see? Yep. See? I was ready.
Bruh.
Told you I got you, bro.
Adam,
I was gonna forget.
go lay down. Go lay down.
Hello all. Welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons stream.
Oh, like.
What?
I was talking to myself.
Okay. We fancy ourselves the crew of LikelyAMimic. Our handle in most, if not all, socials. If you can go follow them, we appreciate it. What's the other thing I can talk about? Something I say every week, I forgot. Reruns. If you want reruns, if you're here, if you're looking for old sessions, you have to go to YouTube because Twitch is not allowed to run reruns anymore unless you're a partner. I'm not a partner. Anyways, we play D&D. We're new at streaming it, so we may have some technical issues. The internet looks fine now. It should be streaming fine because my bitrate's looking good, but I don't know. We'll see. But we thank you for your viewership, your time, and your patience. And it means the world to us. You want to watch us be fucking nerds. We'll do our quick player intros really quickly. Questions. If you have questions, we will answer them at halftime or after the break. Feel free to abuse the cheersing, inspiration, and advantage disadvantage thing. Do it as much as you want. You know, we don't have a lot of people doing it. Usually it's just Tyler.
And
but
us.
I guess for player intros, we'll work our way around the table here. We'll start with Ben. Go ahead.
Hi guys, my name is Ben, or Lord Longballs on my social medias. I'm currently playing Vincent Moontrack or Ian August, whichever one you guys know him as, and currently playing out the rest of Sota.
Yes.
Hey guys, I play
Welcome.
Chromorayan, Leonin Paladin.
What?
Hello. All right, good talk, Nick.
Oh. Yeah, I play for the time being Turtle Monk Man that's drunk.
Adam.
Hey, I'm Adam. I play Arden Kell, the former guard, fighter, warlock,
Criminal. Fugitive.
now turned criminal, fugitive against as well.
It's fair. I'm JJ, Sword Longcock on Twitch, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Yep, you found us. I'm the dungeon master. You probably heard me say it before.
Dungeon Daddy, thank you.
Fine. Dungeon.
Double D?
It's double D.
D?
It's double D. You heard me say this before. For the new folks, this is my living story. Though I'm not a god, it's not my style. I play one when they need me to, but I like to think of myself as a bard of old. I actively speak this world into existence, and you, the viewers, are my listeners. But these folks are the stars of the show. They're my characters, but unlike a book, my characters are alive. They do good, they do evil, they love, they lie, they lose, they fight, they kill, they survive. They adventure, they change, they grow, and they learn. But most importantly, they feel and they make their own decisions, and that's as living gets. Try and argue against me. While I challenge them, I teach them, I reward them, but sometimes I will break them all to see them develop and inevitably to see where the story finds conclusion. Because in all honesty, I have zero fucking idea where they're going to take me. You know, we didn't know that Thimble was going to be a vegetable this week. But I think that covers everything. So unless anybody has anything else, I don't think we do. But no. Okay, so. Because this shit just gets funnier and funnier every week. Would you guys, as a group, like to tell, in your clusterfuck manner, what happened last week?
Oh,
God.
Thimble died.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Thimble
it.
fucking dead.
no.
Well, dead air quotes.
She's soulless. She is just a body at this point. Which, I mean, isn't every woman? Anyway.
I got knocked unconscious again.
Thimble,
Jesus.
Thimble fucking dead.
It's a woman moment.
We turned her into a real object.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
finally.
Visible on my
No,
back.
it was already an object.
Oh.
Now she just can't argue.
Wait, woman.
I don't know these people. This is my first session ever with the group.
Fuck me.
And there's the demonetization.
No, we
As if we were
decided that
monetized.
we were gonna go and sell stuff and earn money, and eventually that led to someone trying to find a thieves guild in the same place exactly that we were, which turned into a fight.
I got my shit rocked
Yeah,
Yeah, he
which
did.
because somebody cast darkness.
That's
yeah,
your own
which
fault.
which turned into a clusterfuck because, of course, the group was new to each other and did not know what each other could do again.
Two of us were a-okay for a while.
Yeah,
You know?
well, I mean, we were fine for the most part up until,
You
the
cast
entire
darkness.
thing started.
Yeah, well, you're 20 AC, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my
No, we're not
14
gonna blame
AC,
this on him casting darkness.
I
We're
was
gonna blame
prepared
this
to
on
dodge.
you taking your mask off.
Oh, that's fine. Get over. You don't know that.
This all
Well, you do
started
know that.
because you took your mask off.
Thimble knows both Ian and Vincent, and she knows both faces.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, she
I
did
still
see.
took a dagger. It's okay.
Yeah,
just
she
had to
did
kill him.
see him take his mask off too. But
And then
with
she
that,
rushed into the room with the bad guys.
yeah, with that, we declared war on the Thieves Guild-esque
We're running another city to the
place,
ground.
apparently.
That's what we can say.
As if we didn't already have a Thieves Guild war on our hands.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck it.
So Thimble decided to cast magic, summoned a deck of many things,
Heal him.
and
Yeah.
became soulless.
Peter did fucked
That's
up.
fair.
Like I fucked up.
We took
Try to force
Thimble's
feed her some fruit.
soulless
Did-
body.
Did we
Do
get
we
on
still-
Milo's boat yet? I feel like we did that, right?
Yeah,
you all
used
slept
it.
in the
One
barn, and you
invisible.
finished up getting on his boat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need. So we did a long rest, correct?
Yeah, you would have long rested last night.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where we ended. We all ran from
Oh,
the
God.
guards that were rushing the tavern, and we
Slept in the barn where Horse was, and then left.
Yep.
He was excited to see you,
Of course.
Of course.
and it's sad to see you go.
We're still level 6, right? We can
Yes,
do
you're
now.
still level 6.
Okay, no heroic stuff yet.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That was actually probably one of the better retellings you guys have done. You felt like you got a lot more, because last week it was like, yeah, we were here, and then Conor McGregor punched me in the fucking face. So that was kind of it last week. Or the week before last, sorry. So, you set sail. It is the wee hours of the morning. It is like 4 or 5 in the morning. It's very early. The sun's not even up yet. You get on the back of his boat. He has very little sleeping area on this boat. It is very much a utilitarian fishing boat. There are enough beds that if you all like piled up together in like pairs or triplets or whatever, you could fit. But it is very close packed on this boat. It is several days journey across up the river, so you're looking at, I say, probably 3 days to get to Westgate. And Westgate, he's going to pick up supplies. So is there anything you guys would like to do for the period of downtime that you have between the two cities?
4 days.
3.
3 days.
Yeah.
So 3 long rests, I would say.
You can get 3, yeah, I mean, you get 3 long rests. Yeah, I just figured that was pretty self-explanatory, but you can do things during the day.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. I'm just doing the roll thing.
Can I kind of just search through the bag of holding for like potions? Healing potion?
And you put your hand in a think healing potion, nothing comes out.
Yeah. Okay.
2 evens,
I like
1.
to do some strength training.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
good.
Wait, that's an option?
You have to do like 30 days of training or something like that to get +1 to a skill, I think. Maybe it's longer. Maybe it's maybe it's 30 days.
Okay.
30 days with the book, it's like you can put more time into it than the other things. There's
Well, no,
stuff-
it's the book is within 30 days. You have to read it for like 48 consecutive hours within the span of 6 days or some shit.
some shit like that. Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. So we are. Let's see.
Fishing boat.
Yeah, I mean, you're on a fishing boat. It's gonna have fishing equipment. You could fish if you would like.
No, I'm gonna do some fishing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fish.
Okay.
Boy,
Alright.
hungry.
Fair, roll me some. I don't know. Survival check. It's kind of animal handling, but like literally, and I don't think that counts. Fuck it, make it animal handling. Roll me some animal handling checks.
Both of them suck. So.
Yeah, they both suck ass.
How many do you want us to roll? It's a 3.
Just one for each day, I suppose, and see if we can catch anything.
13 for the first one, 16 for the second.
I get a 16 for the third, a 9, and a 3.
Okay, with your if you're over 10, we'll say you do get you get a few fish, nothing crazy. Your day where you both got 16s. You catch a pretty good sized fish, and you know, as the boat is making its fucking way up the river and he's steering it through the night, Milo does cook some fish for you. He kind of grills it on the deck of the boat. He cooks what you've caught effectively, and it comes out pretty good. It's fairly good grilled fish. Let's see. One of you, I don't care who, roll me a survival check.
Boom, I guess I will, cause you know, the fuck. 15.
Those were words. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, with 15, the sailing goes pretty successful. You guys help him out little by little here and there. Like, he'll ask you to, you know, pull some rigging or something while he's steering, and you guys can reset it. And then it's a little difficult to get used to, especially if you've never sailed. But you do get the hang of it, and specifically Sota's strength is very complementary to the moving heavy things around.
And considering she's probably also sailed before with her sister.
On the boat, but not actually sailed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her sister was obsessed with the water. She wasn't. Yeah, but that's pretty successful. Span of 3 days goes by, and you do make it. You sail into the harbor. That is Westgate. It is very, very busy port. You even have to wait a couple hours before like a dock to clear before you can actually pull in and get off the boat. But you leave the boat in Westgate. And I mean, does anybody have anything particular they would like to do in Westgate? If not, we can just fast track to the clothing of him gathering supplies throughout the day and then setting sail that evening. If not, Milo's just going to tell you that he's setting sail that evening. Be back here, you know, at sunset.
No, I figured we didn't. Or
We know we're broke.
yeah, we ran as quick as we could. Whenever we left, Arden will get some stuff to like take care of the armor and the weapons and stuff like that.
So
for
like
the rest of the journey.
greases and whetstones that you're looking for?
Yeah, basically.
I hate whetstones. Just fuck you, Scarum.
Oh, actually, that raises a question for me.
Huh.
For Arden.
Is there
I'll-
perchance? What?
Go ahead, bud.
Is there perchance magic?
In Westgate? No, Westgate is still in all.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna ask Arden a question.
Actually, hold on. Let me look at the fucking map. It might not be. I believe it's still in all, but it might not be. D&D. Open with. What now? What was your question?
Where are you sailing to?
Where are you sailing? Something with a D. Hang on, let me zoom out of this map a little bit. That's too far. That's way too far. Dragonmere, you're sailing to the town is Dawn Gleam, but it's right next to the major town of Darloon. So So you just call it Daraloon. Like Daraloon is like the region and the biggest town in the region, but there's a small town called Dawngleam that you're actually.
Okay.
Because Daraloon is technically inland.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not far. Like you're gonna sail west slightly up to a town that's Acardia, and then you're gonna immediately cut kind of northwest and push across to Dawngleam.
Oh. Cool. Cool.
And then from Dawngleam, you're within walking distance of Daraloon. It's less than a couple hours
Si, senor.
long. Make me a. Wouldn't have been here before, so it wouldn't be a history check. Make me an intelligence check to try and find, like an armory or something like that. I'll give you advantage because you worked in what sounds like and shit.
Alright. 15. That's better than I thought it was.
15 over the span of the day. You know, you come in about 10 o'clock, I would say. Yes, we can hear it. You come in dock about 10 o'clock. He says be back by sunset, so we'll just call sunset 7 o'clock, so you have a good number, so you have a good amount of time you go there. You spend probably 2 hours searching the city. You do some questions, like a lot of people don't seem to want to talk to you. They seem a little suspicious of you. That being because this is and it is in I'm looking right now. It is a coastal city right across from another country, so they have a lot of suspicion between each other. You know, maybe they're not the friendliest. They do trade because it's beneficial, but beyond that, that's kind of the extent of it. So they seem a little suspicious of obvious outsiders. You are from the region, so I would say they at least recognize that you're from based on accents and whatnot. And it takes you a little while, but you do make, acquaintances enough with somebody for them to give you directions, and you find it by about noon. When you go in, it's your standard armory. It looks pretty close to the one you were in Northcotla. It's just smaller. Instead of 10 forges, they have 2. Not a big active city guard here. They have an active sea guard, but not so much worried about land invasion. In a coastal city, you're more worried about coastal invasion. So what are you looking for?
Just fucking need various whetstones, some greases, some polish. Gotta take care of some armor and a few weapons.
Yeah, I mean, all that's pretty easy to find. They'll sell it all to you. We'll say fucking... How much of everything are you looking for? Looking for one of each?
Say like 2 or 3 of each. Just something enough to take care of the parties for the extended journey, essentially, and have like maybe one left over. So like,
we'll say he'll sell you 3 of everything you're looking for. Call it 12 gold for everything.
Okay, that'll wipe me out, but he'll pay it.
But you get everything you're looking for. The 4 things you just listed. You can grease, you can have polishes, you can have whetstone.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like here?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so you part ways with him. He's not the most talkative of humans. He seems very gruff, bald-headed guy, big buffy, fluffy beard. Big fat guy. Very, very heavy, but not heavy that like he's obese, but heavy like he's just been working a manual labor job and eats well.
God.
You know, he swings a hammer all day long, but he still eats well. Yeah. So there's also another city I want to ask you guys if you want to go to. So when you head back, is there anything else anybody would like to do? I should ask.
I'm just waiting on Arden to get back.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he comes back.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him. Question for you.
Yes.
Is there any way you might be able to do some upgrade to my armor that I have? I know it's only leather armor, but you seem pretty skilled with it.
I can definitely give it a look. I mean, it's everybody's besides mine and the big lion guy needs some upkeep. You guys are particularly poor at doing anything that requires maintenance. But I mean, the most, if it's just regular leather armor, we can add some studs to it. We can try and figure that out. I would have to look at it and really, after I clean it, to figure out if there's anything we could do with it.
So I kind of want to clarify because I feel like the question you're looking for is, can you make it +1 armor? No, he cannot.
No,
he could make it studded leather armor because that's something within an armorer's ability, but +1 armor is magical armor.
Yeah. I mean,
So you need somebody to enchant it to be +1, right? Or +2 armor is enchanted, so you would need somebody to enchant it with +2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Enchantments are expensive. You're poor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you said, it still needs upkeep anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to him.
Upkeep, and then if it's regular leather studded, that's about it.
Enchant my dagger to make it 3 wishes.
You have to stab somebody
so
to make a wish, though.
he says he's gonna give you his armor. You don't have the equipment or supplies to turn this into studded leather armor. You would have to go back to the armory.
Correct.
And buy equipment with no money.
Correct.
I could give him money.
But then you're also gonna need days to make studded leather armor out of leather armor.
Yeah, I mean, he said that he would have to take a look at it anyway. So I mean, it'd be after he took care of it, so it wouldn't be here anyways, or on the boat.
Right. That's what I mean. On the boat, this is not something that's like feasible to make.
Yeah, I mean,
boat's gonna be rocking back and forth. You know.
He told me what he needs, so I'm assuming it's gonna take more time than we have anyway.
It's gonna take more than 8 hours for sure,
armor,
for 6 hours.
So he can do
armor.
Okay.
maintenance on it, like clean it up and shit.
Well, no, you're gonna need a forge to make the studs, right? Or you could just buy the studs, but that's gonna be more expensive.
But even then, you gotta layer it out. You gotta figure out where they're going. Like you can't just throw studs on leather armor and it's bam studs leather armor. That's not how that works.
Chroma or Chroma, what would you like to do?
I am dealing with the voices right now, unfortunately.
Okay. You want to describe that to us? What an outside observer would see?
He starts muttering to himself. Right, you're seeing him mutter to himself like he's talking to someone directly right next to them, and then someone to the other side, and he's just saying things to he's upset, and every time he's like, I know what's going on, I know, and then he's like, don't talk right now, the other guy's talking, and he's just switching back and forth, talking to both
I
people.
love this trinary star system of personalities. It's wonderful.
Hey, Cass.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is he saying? I can read lips.
Huh?
I can read lips. What exactly is he saying?
Exactly what I just said. If you're what I just said is what he's saying pretty much.
Two of the voices are in his head.
Yeah, right, 2 of them are in his head, but he's accosting one, right? He's telling him shut up, the other one's speaking. And then the other one, like he's conversing with the other one, I know what's happening, calm down, I'm dealing with it. But he's just standing on the deck of the boat fucking talking to himself.
Looking back and forth, looking
Right.
at goddamn.
So yeah. Thimble's body probably. Have you got? Do have you like wrapped her body to prepare it for some sort of burial? Because she's still alive. She's just unresponsive.
Oh, she's wrapped and I'm carrying her as a backpack.
That's true. So did you make yourself invisible or visible again? Or have you been invisible for 3 fucking days?
Oh,
That's a
I've
good
been
question.
not.
I also want to clarify that the spell
the
lasts for an hour, so you have to recast it every fucking click the ring every.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
No, like I'm not invisible the entire time. I'm in like fucking hiding, I guess. I'm invisible when I leave to walk around. But...
Okay. And then Thimble's just in a papoose on your back.
Yep. Fucking cocoon.
You say what is a papoose? It's the thing that moms carry their babies around in. Or dads like the little baby carrier. It's called a papoose.
The baby pouch.
Yeah.
It's like the kangaroo pouch for babies,
Sounds like a made up fucking word.
It does sound like a made up word, but papoose is what they're called.
It is an amazing thing to have.
No, fuck that.
Tell you that.
That kid can walk.
Not when they're fucking 8 months old.
He can walk.
They better learn.
He can walk.
Throw birds out of the nest.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a child leash. I never thought I'd use one, but it's helpful.
Yeah.
He can walk.
Stops your child from jumping into
He
the
can
monkey
walk.
enclosure.
And no, when he goes something at Walmart, I could yeet his little ass to the ground.
God damn, it's swinging around like a baseball bat. Like a helicopter.
Just swing a 32-pound 2-year-old.
I feel like the 2-year-old would really like that.
man.
I could just
Human mace.
I could imagine a really shitty like early 2000s Chinese film dubbed over and them saying the spinning child technique.
Yeah. Child whirlwind strike.
Spinning toddler strike.
Please
Toddler
nobody
top.
call DPS on me. I don't swing my child.
The child would probably like that. Though.
So,
Like, it's
my life.
there's nothing else you guys want to do in Westgate?
No.
Okay, Milo
Yeah,
does
also-
leave the boat. Milo comes back several hours later with people behind him carrying in food, carrying in barrels of fish, carrying in barrels of fresh water. It is like they come down into the hold where I'm assuming you're hiding, right? So you, as long as nobody's down there, you could be visible. It's no problem. But these people begin to come up and down the flight of stairs into the hold, and they're storing things in here. Over the span of probably an hour and a half, they're like bringing supplies into the ship. What?
We're ported, aren't we?
Yeah, you're at port. You could get off
Yeah,
if you
well-
want.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything you want to do in the city?
No, I'm just following the people that I'm friends with.
Okay, yeah. So you followed him to the armory. Did you want anything at the armory?
I don't fucking wear armor.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm
Guess
a
metal,
new
make a
turtle
metal
man.
tips.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Just
him
spikes on me.
studded turtle shell.
I want to look at fucking bow staffs or some quarter staffs.
I probably wouldn't have those in an armory.
I'm gonna look at whatever the fuck glaives or something. I don't know.
Probably have some glaives.
Like metal
yeah.
bow
It-
staff,
here's the-
yeah.
it would be. There's no stats for a metal bow staff though.
It's just a
Pike.
bow staff. Same thing.
I think it's metal would do more damage.
Nah, it's still a blunt strike. It's
I will.
Not necessarily.
There are probably a lot of polearm instruments here because remember this is a port city worried about port defense, right? City like Sea Guard. So there's going to be a lot of weapons being produced here that are Sea Guard type weapons, meaning spears, javelins, things that are throwable. A lot of crossbows, bolts, bows, the planes. A lot of seaborne weaponry, ballistas, shit like that. Now,
Trying to take down Cthulhu.
maybe you don't know.
Yeah.
Um, you didn't go to a bar and try and discuss lore with an old drunk man.
I'm down.
Nope, you didn't say it. I said it. Can't do it now.
Cthulhu games are boring as shit.
So you can. Well, I'm sorry. Over the span, because nobody said they want to do anything else. So over the span of the next 4 or 5 hours, things are delivered back to the boat. it's all really just survival supplies. It's food, it's water, it's cooking utensils, it's pots and pans, shit like that. Like he seems to be re-upping for quite a journey. So maybe he planned on going somewhere else, and you guys are paying for quite a journey. So I will tell you that when you bought him out, he planned on this trip being the span of about two weeks, so 10 days, so 20 days. So effectively, that's what your contract is worth, is 20 days. If you plan to go further, that's something you'll have to consider with him. But he was a fairly successful fisherman, and you bought him out for about 20 days. The end of the day, sunset comes, and Milo's back on board. Everything's back on board. You guys clear the port. You set sail for. He's gonna ask you specifically. There are 3 coastal cities. One of them is farther north. It's called Sairloon. Right. You have. I'm gonna assume this is Ermala Spire, something like that. And that's a coastal city. Sairloon's a coastal city. Even further north, Selgaunt, a coastal city. Or you have Dawngleam. Dawngleam and Ermala Spire are both fairly close to Dairloon, but Dawngleam is in a different country. Dawngleam is in Cormyr, right? Ermala Spire is in Sembia. Sembia is where Dairloon is, right? So Dairloon is where your original fucking set port to go to was, but I've now found out that it's not a port city, so you can go to one close and then travel to it. Your call.
Sairloon? It's in Cormyr, and we were planning on heading near Cormyr anyways.
Well, Sairloon's in Sembia. It's further north.
Sembia?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The one that's in Cormyr is Dawngleam.
Oh, Dawngleam. There
Right.
we go.
Dawngleam it is. It sounds like.
Yeah, Dawngleam. If that's still, as long as it's still close to the Dale Lands.
It's in Dairloon, which is the city, right? The Dale Lands are much farther north.
Yeah.
You would have to go through the entire country of Cormyr, through the entire country of Sembia, or all the way around Sembia to the Dale Lands.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to go to the forest, right?
Right. Now, keep in mind, when she pointed to where her home was, she just pointed to the middle of a fucking city. Or, like, the middle of the green part of the map.
Yeah.
It's got to be here. This is where it's at, right? So imagine you've got a big fucking map, big green spot in the middle. She just goes, right here. This is it. It's in this spot right here in the evergreen.
Yeah.
She never gave you an exact city. She never gave you an exact...
we just need a place that we can start wandering into the green spot from.
Well, the thing is all of these countries are in the green spot. You have the Dale Lands, you have Sembia, you have Cormyr, and you have Cormanthyr. Right?
Yeah.
All of these are the green area. All 4 of these countries are what would be considered the evergreen, this largest forest on the continent.
Yeah.
So if you pull up a map and decide where you want to go, you can go to any coastal city. You know, you've got enough things to make it all the way north to what I would say is Harrowdale.
Yeah, I have to find the map again because it's there.
I can probably attach it to the Discord. Give me 1 second.
What we wanted was
hit BRB, go to players only. That one. Okay, can't do that one. What about that one?
Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah.
There you go. There's your map.
Yeah, we wanted something that was open original. I gotta fucking zoom in. I don't have my goddamn glasses.
Good Faerun map.
Yeah, so I have one that's like regional, which is the one that you guys have when you bought in Grisfolia, is a regional map. It only gives you the regions and like very major cities like Waterdeep, Othkatla, right?
Yeah. So we're currently on the Sea of Fallen Stars, correct?
Well, you're in Westgate. It is, if you look at the Sea of Fallen Stars.
I see Westgate. Yeah,
right. I was gonna say it's
Dragmere and Sea of Fallen Stars.
Yep.
Okay. We're currently in Westgate, and we want to be going to.
Dawngleam is northwest. Heirloom is straight north, but it's about a day's walk inland.
Yeah, it's not a port city. I see that, but it's
Or you can go
Umbrella
further
Spire is
north
the
to
port.
Sherloon. You can go to Selgaunt. Yeah, or Malspire.
Yeah.
Ulbeck. I'm gonna assume Yahan, Yhaunn. I don't know how to say that.
Yawn.
Scardale, Harrowdale. Those are all the regions.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to look for essentially is a city that would give us, like, we need to go to a port city, but we need a city that's going to give us a foot into searching this giant green area in which we've been given with
Right.
no particular goddamn spot to go into.
Right. Your map not as detailed as the one you currently.
Correct. So,
yeah.
It looks like Harrowdale might actually be.
Harrowdale's the
best
furthest
city.
north he could take you in your time limit.
And it's but it's
and
also
that's gonna
close
be your whole
to,
fucking like 17 days left of sailing to get there.
Yeah, but it's also the closest city next to the giant green spot that we can use as
it goes straight into
a trudge into the green spot. Like there's some places in the green spot.
Yeah, I mean,
like
we could go from Harrowdale to these other and jump through these other towns that are within the forest and ask questions.
Scardale might be because it's a direct. It is a direct
line
route into Essembra and Ashen.
Yeah, because it looks like Harrowdale's direct route.
And there's several more cities previous to that too.
Correct, but
like
yeah,
I have an even more
actually
detailed map that I'm not going to give you.
Yeah, that's fine. But Scardale might actually be. It's a walk, but at the same time, it Essembra and Ashen are right there.
We could still see if we could get lucky and get a hold of a carriage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Port City's got to have something.
Yeah, I'm good with Scardale.
Yeah, Scardale works for me.
Everybody else?
I'm good with it wherever you
he doesn't get a vote because he's below deck hiding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I can't talk.
Cass.
And
Soda's cool. I'm just gonna assume Soda's like whatever.
Soda's trying to get her home as fast as possible.
Get her home, closest place.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding in the back. No push-ups while invisible.
Invisible push-ups
with Thimble on your back. That's some strength training for me.
You have like an 18 strength or something, don't you?
11. What do you mean?
I thought your strength was way higher than that.
No, I'm a monk, man.
Your dex is higher shit? What's your dex?
Yeah.
My dex and my wisdom are 18.
18. Okay, that's right. I had 18.
Yeah, I think you're the only one with the same dex as me.
Probably, but I mean, monks are very fast too. The thing, if I can, you know, snatch a fly out of the sky by its wings, or whatever.
Bruce Lee, that shit.
Yes.
You're good with Scardale? Are you picking anywhere else on the map? I mean, you kind of have a goal here, but my question for you specifically is,
yes.
I mean, what is your goal in this thing? Like you've been with this group for going on 4 weeks now. But specifically, what is your goal in getting her home? Like your goal was to help the team, right? When you came in, that was what you declared as well. If he's not here, I'll help you. You know, since he's disappeared, I'll help you get where you need to go. But the question is, what is your goal in that? You're getting them somewhere, yes, but what are you getting out of this? What are you pulling from this question?
I pretty much Chroma. He overtook Alador's goal of finding that bow.
Okay.
So eventually
have you voiced that to the party?
I have not discussed it to them.
Okay. That's fine.
He might eventually.
Wait, you said we're going to Scardale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're going past a fucking pirate.
Yeah, so
Pirate Isles, yes.
so just so you know, to go that far north, because of how rocky the shoreline is in Sembia, if he's not sailing you directly to Don Gleam or Malispire, he's going to sail eastward following the wind, right, all the way around the Isle of Presper, which is also known as Dragon Isle. He's going to skirt the Dragon Isle, right? I'm sorry, Isle of Presper is further left. The Dragon Isle is on the east, so he's going to skirt between them. Sorry, catch the wind to the north and sail far north to Scardale. But you're not going to be close to any ports between there and there.
Yeah.
Milo is going to warn you if that is your decision. You are going to pass by the Pirate Isles. He may need you to defend the ship.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough.
If that's what you plan to do, you're taking the responsibility for this. Because he can't steer and shoot at the same time.
Yeah.
He does tell you that there are emergency heavy crossbows. Specifically for when he has to sail that far eastward. That there are below deck 4 heavy crossbows. And if so, I can give you a stat block for his ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it comes to it,
Introducing pirates to D&D.
yeah. I mean, zombies and pirates, bro. Where do you go from here? Like
Ninjas.
Ninjas, and I don't want that.
We-
Well, actually, homie,
you're
we
a
already
fucking
done
ninja
that.
turtle.
Yeah,
What do you
I
mean?
am a ninja. Yeah,
Right.
You're right. Cowboys. We need.
Homie, we already did ninjas.
You
Me
had
and
Thimble.
Mr. Guys
You had
rock our
Thimble.
shit.
Thimble was your cowgirl.
We had 3
Goddamn.
invisible guys rock our shit. There's the ninjas.
Aliens. That's the next one.
Oh, I could do that.
You're gonna be an
Aliens,
alien?
demons, and gods. That's all we're missing fighting wise.
You may come across a Warforged. You don't know.
Oh hell yeah! We're
I
gonna
don't know if I
come
want to.
across fucking
Oh god.
It's Conor McGregor's fucking clone in a Warforged.
Depends if it's a Juggernaut or not.
Oh god.
Warforged monk level 20. What?
What?
Do you guys remember the guy we had join our campaign for like 2 weeks? Our in-person campaign, and he showed up and wanted to play the Warforged monk, and he played it for like 2 fucking weeks and just left and never came back. We never fucking heard from the guy again.
This fucking beard.
He literally bought a mini and gave it to me to keep for him, like for when he showed up, and it just never showed up and never came back. It just ended up being you 2 and John.
Do you still have the mini?
No, when I moved away, I sold all that shit.
Yeah.
I got rid of all of it because I didn't have the room.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring it with me, but really, like, I had a fucking like Rubbermaid container full of D&D shit. I would only bring like, I mean, even then, you can ask them. Like, I brought like fucking 2 bags of DM screen, a fucking crate full of like D&D mini. Like, I brought a lot of shit every time.
Yeah, you had like a whole like big ass duffel bag of like dice.
Full minis, yeah, and I have a bag full of dice.
And that bag full of dice fucked you all the time, didn't it, Nick?
It's the yellow one.
It's the yellow D20 though.
The yellow one.
Are you still rolling that?
No, I don't use it anymore.
Oh,
I
also
can,
that
but I don't.
metal one. Fuck that metal dice.
The spiky one or the the
Yeah,
runic
yeah.
one?
No, the spiked fucking metal dice.
You remember how much damage I did to the tables at Bearded Broncos?
Yeah, you fucked it up.
That
Yeah.
table was so dented from where I would just, and it wasn't even me throwing the dice, bro. I would just roll out of my hands and dent the table.
We ended up moving to that table that looked like a pool table.
Yeah, that was because every time we'd come in, there were people at our fucking table. They kept stealing one of our, because it was 3 different tables put together. We kept stealing one of our fucking tables. We just moved to another
Not even
table.
that. They kept going into the, like they would have 2 people playing and then they'd take the entire thing.
Right, yeah, they would have 2 people playing Magic the Gathering or whatever, and they would take the whole fucking 6-man table.
Yeah, because they need like 5 fucking stacks of cards to play or some
Fucking
shit. 'cause-
jigs.
So it is still early in the year, right? Meaning that the further north you go, the colder it is going to get. I will be a kind DM and tell you that you should probably pick up cold weather gear. Somewhere. It's not going to cost much, especially the further north you go, it's going to be pretty cheap because it's the standard. But it is pretty early in the year, so think end of winter, beginning of spring period. So it's not warm yet. It is still snowing the further north you get, and it is. Those of you who have lived somewhere in the north at some point would know that storms can get very rough.
I got a question though.
Okay.
Why is Neverwinter called Neverwinter if it's always winter?
Because it doesn't snow.
Oh, okay.
It's just always cold.
It's cold, but it doesn't snow.
Yeah.
It
So why is
never
not called
Never
Winter?
snows, but
does-
it's always
let
winter.
Let me clarify. It doesn't snow in the city, but it snows in Neverwinter Wood.
Correct.
Neverwinter Wood is like fucking Canada.
Neverwinter
snowman,
itself
please?
is.
But
yeah.
Neverwinter itself is more like Portland in the summer.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know who made it up. It's some magic shit. I'll make something up if you want me to. There's a wizard casting control weather over the city. There you go.
Yeah,
Probably.
he's strapped down. And
Yeah, but that
you
dick
trade
needs to
him
turn
out.
up the temperature a little bit.
I mean, it's got a magical undead army.
Makes tornadoes.
Another magical undead army.
Yeah, it literally has a
Um,
magical undead army protecting it. So I mean, I'm not. It wouldn't be surprising.
So, I'm gonna say it's probably 40% of your journey. 40% of 17 days is what? 6 days, right? 8 days would be 50. We'll call it 60.
Mhm.
So you have a 6-day journey to the Isle of Presper. And then, well, I'll give you 7 days of that, and then it'll be 10 days north towards Scardale.
Okay.
Um,
I guess if anywhere we can stop, we're gonna purchase winter gear.
that's I mean, when you get into Scardale, you can buy it, but you're going to be severely underdressed for Scardale.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
So as you sail around the Isle of Presper, over the next 7 days, it passes pretty uneventfully. There's no storms. There's no anything. But I will tell you, at night, it is surprisingly brighter on the sea, being that it's reflecting starlight. Right? As you're sailing, all of you quickly understand why this is called the Sea of Falling Stars. As you're sailing, the sky is a perfect mirror to the sea.
Oh, I don't like that.
I like that.
It is smooth. The wind is carrying your sails, but the water itself looks like a fucking mirror to the stars. It is truly, truly, truly beautiful at night. And it's, unless you've spent time in the middle of a desert or the middle of an ocean, at night, you can't imagine what this is. It is beyond beautiful, and you're far enough from any ambient light that you can begin to see things like the longer you stare at the sky, you can begin to see things like a galaxy. You know what I mean? Like the galaxy that you're in, you can see the light of it. The longer you stare, the more you can see. For all of you, it is a beautiful experience. Even the invisible one. Do any of you have any profound thoughts in the first 7 days of your journey while watching the night sky?
These people are really horrible at taking care of their armor and weapons.
That's fair.
My weapons.
That's pretty
fists.
fair.
I don't even wear armor. What do you mean? I wear a
Hey, the
loincloth and I
only
punch
weapon of
people.
mine that you can even look at is my dagger.
Yeah, he won't even
Yeah,
he won't give you the sword. No matter what, you're
Yeah,
like, well,
that-
let me just sharpen that for you. No.
The second you touch it, you're not gonna like it.
Drops
Sharp
it in the
it's
ocean.
magic.
Fine, but your dagger was taken care of like shit because you kept
Yep.
fucking stabbing people and putting it away.
Yep.
Listen,
Covered in
doesn't
blood and
need to
shit,
be
yeah.
sharpened if it just blows up on impact anyway.
That's
Do you
fair.
know what happens when you put a bloodied blade in a sheath for a long amount of time?
Yeah.
Raise the blood. I mean,
The leather soaks the blood, right? Which soggies
leather
the
soaks the
leather,
blood.
Listen,
which means that it's
Which
no
then
longer
rusts the
right,
blade.
just rust the blade.
Which
wouldn't the
then-
blood evaporate anyway when it blows up?
No.
It's not like turning into a shotgun, You know, I mean, it's not shrapneling. It basically casts the firebolt spell when it hits and explodes. That's what it is.
Yeah, but it's hot as shit.
Yeah.
Still, blood doesn't.
But it's also returning, so pretty much the second it casts on impact, it returns so much.
Right.
Blood's
And so here's the
also-
thing.
Not
It's
blood.
it's a magical
But-
weapon, so it can't
Yeah.
actually be damaged for the sake of story. He's just sharpening the blade.
Yeah,
He's keeping it
covered in
maintained,
bullshit.
but it can't be destroyed by non-magical means. I should say it can be destroyed, but not by non-magical means.
When
Yeah.
the blade returns,
Yes.
the blood is still away from the blade.
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably after about a day, I am gonna ask him to teach me how to sharpen my sword.
Okay.
Basics. Basics.
You're giving your ghost sword a hand.
Do you want to read to the party what happens to your sword if you don't do anything with it for a week?
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Well, I'm sure he's killing rats.
Maybe.
Fucking.
You
Oh
wanna-
yeah, no, I have
Do
to
you
roll
wanna-
a con save,
Do you
but I'm not
want
gonna
to
pass.
do you want to roll me a survival check to see if you find any rats on board?
Yeah,
What do
sure.
you- probably perception check more than a survival check. Survival check would be like the boat guiding it.
It's
So
the
give me a
same
survival
either way.
check. That's fine. Or no.
It's a 5.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say
Wouldn't it be
no. You don't.
investigation if it's the certain item I'm looking for?
No, because you're scanning the entire boat
That's fair.
for any sort of vermin. You know what I mean? Something
like
you could kill
hunting.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hunting, so it's more perceiving like tracks
go
or
fishing?
rat shit. Yeah. I mean, you could continue to fish, sure.
I'm gonna continue to fish.
Okay. Creative way around this.
Punch in the air right now.
Roll me a survival check.
What?
The
That one's a 2.
the
There's one
amazing
day.
magical armor smith that made this weapon now face palming in his grave because it's being used to kill fish.
God, my boy.
So,
There's one day. That's a 2.
Well, I'm gonna give you one per 3 days here. So you'll get 3
One
total.
for 3 days.
Right.
Fish
Okay.
have souls anyway, so
That's a 10.
Okay, keep going.
And that's a 10.
Okay. So you do over the span of the 3 days catch a few fish, right? And
I
these
stab him with
aren't
my sword.
these aren't very. Roll the hit.
yeah, because it's flopping around, bro.
Steals the bolt of the fucking
Oh, that's the
soul
wrong
of the
one.
boat.
That's the wrong one. Okay.
The fish explodes. You lose that fish.
The fish is sucked into the sword.
I noticed that you miss. You miss actually with the
Yeah,
sword.
it was in that one.
You miss.
Okay, so the
No,
next
so technically a fish is prone and out in harsh environments, so you get advantage on the hit. It's fine. You hit. I don't care. You can
That's fine.
steal the
next
soul of the
one's a
fish.
26.
Yeah, it crits. It's fine. The fish is dead. So
I'm so glad.
you do
everybody's
manage to
here.
stave off madness for at least the first week.
I'll have to do this whole process again here. A little bit. I am going to tell you
So-
right now, though, if I don't kill anything within a week, I have to roll what is it?
It's a wisdom save.
Constitution
I think.
a wisdom save with a DC of, I think, 15?
Fine.
Nope.
Probably starts at 15.
Probably can't.
Well, okay, so I think it starts at 17 if I remember correctly,
Yes. but you
and
have
it
to
goes up by
roll-
1 every day you
Yeah.
survive it.
What?
Yep.
Oh, no, actually. The following dawn after the 10th day, day 11, you make a DC 18 wisdom saving throw or be driven temporarily insane. You attack whoever is closest to you. and
Right.
roll.
And what about the day you succeed? What about the day you succeed?
On a successful save, you are immune to the sword's influence for a single day. Will attempt to drive you insane the next day, dawn, day 12, and so on. Starving off the madness is possible, but unlikely. So I have to make a DC 18 every single day. that it doesn't consume a soul for 11 days.
The likelihood of you hitting that twice in a row, just in case you were curious, DC 18 is a 6 in 40 chance.
Considering I have a -1 to saving throws on wisdom,
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because then it would be 19 20. It's a 4 in 40 chance, so it's a 1 in 10 chance.
Oh, I guess it's time for you to invest some loaded dice.
D&D Beyond. I'm gonna program D&D Beyond to load my wisdom saving dice.
So
Yes.
Yes.
That's just anything because I'm getting ready to order me an actual dice set. Now I'm not gonna
You
be able to fucking
do-
use it next week.
you do manage to be able to stick the fish, suck in whatever semblance of a soul it has, and it does feed the sword for long enough. You are getting disgusted vibes from the sword.
It
Just
does
in my
not
head,
want
I'm
to
like, hey
be
man, I don't want to
a
go
fish
crazy.
machete.
Take what you got. That's
It
another
is.
soul.
It is. It's not a full soul. It's gonna be half souls like the
Half
fishes,
soul.
right?
That's
Or like the animals. Was it quarter or half? I don't remember what we did for the animals. I think it was quarters. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I haven't killed any. Yeah. No, you gave me a 1 because it's a raccoon, 1 soul. It was.
I definitely
No,
did
you
not
give me
give
a
you a
half.
whole soul.
You give me a half soul.
Right. I'll give you quarters on fish then, because I feel like a raccoon's pretty smart.
Okay,
Fishes
so
are
I
just
have
kind of.
like 13 and 75% of a soul.
I would argue fish don't even have souls.
So you shut
I
the fuck up.
wanted to, but
Look,
I'll let it
Tim
happen.
has a soul.
All right, let's be
Tim
honest.
is-
That's
I think he's
that's
more
where this would
proud
come
that I
in, right? If I said
I-
fish don't have souls, then how does Tim have a soul? I mean,
Tim
I
has a
think
soul.
I think he was
Tim is
just
an
more proud
eldritch
that I
being,
figured a
so it's a
solution.
different thing.
Tim is
Isn't a fish.
Tim is
Tim
the-
is an
Is a
ethereal
lion
being.
Tim is a cat,
fish, the
a cat,
duke,
the
whatever
lion, the
fuck.
fish.
Yeah.
Tim is
Tim-
an
Tim is
astral
a
being.
chimera of different fucking animals. You can't tell me he's a fish.
Guys, Tim is the strongest one in our party. He's a level 20 monk.
Tim is an
Level 20
eldritch
paladin.
being.
Come on.
Yeah. Tim is an eldritch being. Period.
He's definitely a dude who true polymorphed himself one too many times.
One too many times.
Yeah, so he has character.
He did it while he was drunk and fell asleep and then forgot to change back.
He was
And then forgot
originally
how to change back.
yeah,
No,
he was a
changed back, but
druid
his
that
hand
just
is a
fucked
fucking
everything up.
lion.
Listen, I'm gonna say a name that's gonna strike Adam as painful. Elminster.
Oh god damn it.
I don't know what that means. But
You
it's actually
shouldn't.
Great.
Oh,
Uh,
you shouldn't. Yeah,
I
but
don't
god
look
damn it.
up.
No, it's not Elminster, but it would be funny.
Yeah.
So as you're leaving Westgate, you do travel for several days. You fish for several days. The sailing seems to go pretty smoothly. Let me have another turtle survival check.
Turtle.
Okay. I get it now because I looked it up. 18.
Okay, so sailing goes good. No issues.
Wait, why is the dude who's hiding doing survival checks?
That is a fair point. Never mind. Somebody else
So
roll me
you can
survival check.
survive.
Soda will do it.
I totally forgot I was.
I forgot you were hiding too. That's that is a
It's
good point to bring
also
up.
an 18.
That's fine. Okay, yeah. So soda's success. The sailing does go well. She lends her strength very well to this boat. All of you who are on deck and watching her, she's strangely good at this for somebody who doesn't sail. Like when he calls out commands, and these are complicated commands, she's following them like they're second nature to her. But so far as you guys have spent time with her, she hasn't sailed. Even on her sister's boat, sailing back, like even as Ian or as Vincent and I, sailing back from Grisfolia, for example, to Baldur's Gate, sailing to Grisfolia for Baldur's Gate, from Waterdeep, right? She even on her sister's boat. Actually, no. That would have been sailing back. She wasn't on the ship there because she was already on Grisfolia.
Yeah, it was sailing back.
Sailing back on her sister's boat didn't help. You know what I mean? She had her sister's skull, but didn't help. On her sister's boat. On the pained princess. That's for a callback, isn't it?
Yeah.
But your ship does round the Isle of Presper. And the Isle of Presper is a barren fucking rock. There is not shit. You can see both ends of the damn island. It is specifically just a rock growing out of the fucking water. There is not shit on this thing, but rocks.
But rocks.
Somebody can make me A perception check. I don't care. It's one person. Perception check.
Working on it.
All right.
It's probably going to be
It's still rolling.
14.
With a 14, you are a couple miles away from the island as you sail around it. But as you watch the island, some of the rocks on top do look like they're moving.
That's creepy.
Now, you're a little confused as to whether or not it's your positioning. Like, if you're watching something from a distance and you move around it, it can give the illusion that it's moving.
Yeah.
You don't know if that's it because of the distance you're at. You can't really see this clearly. I mean, you're miles away. You know what I mean? You have the fucking the sea mist and heat waves and whatnot kind of blurring your vision a little bit. But it could be moving. It might not be. It's strange. And these aren't massive rocks. I mean, these are rocks like the size of Homie's turtle shell. You know what I mean? They're not huge, but they're decent size.
Gotcha.
Heavy enough that it would take a pretty solid strength check to lift. You know what I mean? You round the inlet. That is the Isle of Presper. And as night comes to, as night comes, I should say, as the sun sets. Unfortunately, you don't get that far from the island. You are probably 2 miles away from the island, and you set anchor for the night, because everybody's got to sleep. So Milo specifically is going to tell you that we probably should have somebody stay up for guard, specifically this evening, because we're not far from the Pirate Isles. We're going to sleep in the dark, right? We're not going to have any lights on the ship. He does tell anyone who is on guard, make sure you do not light anything. Because it will make us a beacon in the night, which will make us specifically easier to hunt for pirates. Now, he also he offers his guard service for the night, so he will fill one slot.
Okay.
And I'll roll for his survival check for that. So as night comes, you all eat some fish you caught throughout the day, or some of the stored fish you had down below, some of the stored meats, the potatoes, the vegetables, shit like that. All in all, the food on the ship, like, he is quite a good cook. Like, everything Milo was made for you, all of you were enjoying it. Especially Soda. Soda's fucking loving this, because this is better than you guys have eaten since you stopped at taverns. You know what I mean? If you weren't at a tavern, like, you're eating respectively rations, which are, I mean, a K ration effectively. Yeah, they're think
What was that called?
Bread, cheese, and berries. Technically,
No, what was it called?
effectively is what it is. Bread, cheese, and berries. Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
tack. I can't remember what it's called.
Hardtack.
Hardtack.
Yeah. It's probably bread, cheese, and berries, and the bread's not very good.
Yeah, it's more like bread, cheese, and berries, and it's hard bread that you generally soak into some type of soup.
So hardtack.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Beans on toast.
Which is gross, by the way, if you've never had it.
Yeah.
And my question is who's going to take first guard? You're going to have to pull 4 shifts.
Yeah. So first guard will have some light.
Yeah, Thimble will take the guard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll tie Thimble to the mast. It'll be fine. Yeah, we'll just tie her to the mast.
4 shifts. So one of us doesn't have to take a shift tonight, then.
Or you could stay up with somebody else.
That's fair. Yeah.
Who can see is the question here.
I've got 60 feet because I have the night vision goggles.
Okay. I have night vision. Anybody
Don't ask
else?
Me, I'll just lit a torch.
So you can see as well.
I can.
He's just
Yours
gonna-
actually, here's the thing. He can't pull guard. Because they don't know he's there.
Yeah.
And I can't see in the dark.
He's fucking
So
invisible.
Milo, Arden, Soda, Ian.
In that order? Oh, by the
In
way,
that
are
order.
you Ian or are you Vincent? You never told me you put your mask back on.
Oh no, I put my mask back on.
Okay,
while
so
we
you're
were
Ian
running.
again. Okay.
Yeah. Because we were
Um,
still in the city.
okay.
Yeah, he said he put it on after he took it off, like after
Yeah.
the fight.
Yeah. So
Okay,
since we
okay.
can use Milo, it'd be Milo, Arden, Soda, Ian.
Okay. And Chroma was available too. So if you want to stay up with
Yeah, but
somebody
I
else, you
want-
can do that too.
I
Guys.
want him to sleep just in case we get attacked.
Okay. So I will roll a survival check for Milo.
Oh God.
It's fine.
That
It's
one?
no, it's fine.
Trusted the man whose boat it is to survive.
No, he all of you go to sleep, and what feels like a very short period, almost like you just closed your eyes. Who was second? Arden or Milo?
Arden.
Arden. Okay. So Arden, you do get pushed, and you kind of fumble yourself awake. And he does tell you go upstairs, watch for a few hours, then wake her up whenever you're done. It's your your watch. And I'll have you roll your survival check now.
Yep. Ooh, 7. Dice is not with me.
Oh no.
Roll me a Constitution check as Sota.
Saving throw or just const check? That one.
5. Oof.
God damn.
I need everyone who's asleep on the ship to roll me perception checks at disadvantage because you're.
Soto is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Her con check was to see if she could wake up.
Do I have to roll anything?
Are you asleep?
Oh yeah, but I'm like in the fucking bunker.
Yeah, you do have to wake. You do have to roll. Everybody who's on the ship rolls. Perception checks at disadvantage.
I got 10.
Okay.
I got 13.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, you rolled them both at the same time. Okay, I'm just watching everybody else's rolls doubles. Soto's is bad. Soto's 11. Okay, not too bad.
No. Soto's is 3 at disadvantage.
Oh, I read the wrong one. Sorry. And Arden's perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, he gets one at disadvantage? I thought I didn't get one.
If you right click it,
because with a 7, I'm gonna say that you're not off a little bit.
No, 14.
Okay. With a 14, at 14 and the 13, you two specifically wake up to creaking wood.
Oof.
Both of you, Hikaru and Arden, wake up to that little noise that you get when you like step on a loose wooden board.
Mm-hmm.
Invisidude right now.
Yes, I mean you've been doing like while you were sleeping. You know, I'll let you say you're doing it every hour. You know what I mean? You don't have to wake up, but so you two wake up to the sound of creaking wood. What do you do?
Okay. Well, I'm on watch, so I'm up above on, I'm assuming, some type of either the captain's platform or the bow of the ship somewhere.
Kind,
yeah, somewhere that I can see. So I'm just gonna look around for the source of the creaking wood.
Okay.
Same as me down in the food storage area.
Okay, so
It's
you're just
above
looking
you.
around for whatever. Yeah, it's definitely above you, and then it's definitely below you. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream this specifically to while I'm streaming, but if that's the case, I'm going to need you all to open up Tabletop Sim.
Tabletop
shit.
Sim.
Tabletop Sim.
Oh shit!
I don't have my VR headset yet, dog.
I don't either. I hope Tabletop Sim's up to date because we haven't put that out in a while.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It does not want to stream. It's okay. I can fix that. I can just dumb down the.
Our DD over here didn't tell us tabletops need to be.
He said Tailspire. That's all you need.
No, I said tabletop sound. You're gonna have to hold on to your laptop because it's gonna try and fly away on you. Now get it plugged in so you can have the cable on it.
I think
Yeah.
he was talking about you telling us to update Tailspire and Tabletop.
Yeah.
I mean, is it out of date?
Mine's not because
Probably.
mine auto updates, but
Yeah. How the fuck do you let shit stay out of date? That's my question. I only remind you about Tailspire because that's what we usually use.
how many
Unfortunately,
games that we have that
I don't-
keep up to date?
I don't have a ship in Tailspire. Nobody has built a ship for me to download yet. I do have a ship in Tabletop Sim.
Yeah, and I remember what water does to my computer.
Fucked, I
Yeah,
guess.
that
I
is
don't
true.
know.
That is true. That's true. You know what? I'll just build a quick fucking outline of a ship in Tailspire.
Well, no,
That's
we
okay.
can do water. You just can't do motion to water.
Oh, you gotta build one in Tailspire?
I'm gonna build a quick one in Tailspire. I'm just gonna build 3 levels so you can fucking, or well, 2 levels. It'll just be one.
We opened up this fucking hell of a game for no reason.
For nothing. Yeah.
It
You wanna
burned my
send this-
eardrum.
Well, because
Great.
as he said it, I remembered that 2 of your computers are gonna have a fucking stroke.
Yup.
I know it's early,
Uh,
but you want to send us on break if it's gonna take a little bit, so we're not just so everyone. I mean,
that's true. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. We take a quick break.
Gives you, that
Because that gives me time to build it. That's correct.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
big.
it gives me time to walk my dog too.
Okay. Yeah. That's
you
fine.
have a dog.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Bring
Yeah,
them on
we-
stream,
it's up
homie.
your-
Shit.
So we will be back in 15 minutes. We're gonna take our break.
One of them's Chihuahua, man. Nah.
Oh,
why
We are a
would-
little early, but we're still gonna play our full time tonight. So we'll see.
That bitch is in bed.
Yeah, we'll be back.
All right.
Okay, so that's set a BRB.
I'm just sitting in the waiting to adventure.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll bring you in once I find one.
It's a dog.
No. War crimes were not committed yet, and I'm a little sad about it. Time to burn a boat.
Very jealous. Thank you. Ooh.
It's quite large. Well, what the fuck is that noise?
Me opening a honey bun. Fuck over.
Like, I don't understand how you got noise canceling turned on and your mic still picks up fucking everything in your room, bro.
My bike's
I
right.
can hear your kids scream upstairs.
The sound of
Yeah,
honey
that's-
buns cut
that's-
through everything.
That's because my child is, I think, possessed by something.
All right, listen, you're making noise, right? I'm not gonna make no noise. Can you hear me snapping?
Yes.
Right. That's the loudest shit you could hear, right? Now, can you hear anything?
Yes.
No, not
That's me
from
me
his
rattling
30
ice in a
year
cup.
pen. Yeah.
Yeah.
The loudest shit. That's me rattling ice in a cup. You can't hear. And it's louder than your fucking honey bun. So, Actually, kind of like that. It's a nice boat. I'm looking
sure
at
if
builds
I'm
of boats right
sure
now to
if
make
I
my
can.
life way easier. Hey, Cam. Good.
No, my cigarettes are in my car. My car's at her Haley's dad's.
Fucking personal problem.
Well, he gave me his truck. Move all the garage sale shit. So that I didn't have to use my company van and try to unload all the solar shit.
Doesn't let me. I need to phone transfer to. Reason the program stopped responding? That's annoying. Put that there for a second. Reopen transfer. Let's see here. Make play. To spacebar, give me that. I need to create a new board. Board. Going. Sucks because that was a good ship. Like way easier. Copy code. Copy ID. Enter. Add. Give me a valid board URL. Fuck off. Way too big. Urbanization. That one. Waiting for it again. Okay, Are you fucking kidding me? My tailspire just keeps freezing up.
Does it?
Yeah, just get literally like I'll do one thing and it freezes and crashes. There might be a bad fucking update.
Bad update or servers might be shit.
Imagination.
We might